Hello, FlutterFlow developers, and welcome to APIFLOW YouTube channel. And today we will discuss about how to set up Stripe subscription payments in your FlutterFlow application. I'm glad if you came to the point when you need to solve something related to payments for your application, because this means that you will make some money using your idea. And it's like, I think it's great point for any creator. So if you are looking for some option when you can integrate your FlutterFlow application with Stripe and use Stripe payments, but without using default options that are available in FlutterFlow, where you require some Firebase setup and where you can be limited by internal options, and you need more flexible way how to handle payments. Actually, this tutorial will be very useful for you. So what we will discuss today, we will discuss how you can set up Stripe subscription payments in mobile applications using APIFLOW platform, and I will show all process step by step, and we will create application, very simple application to take some subscription payments and to handle to show some success screen like this one. So we will have two pages in our application, one where we collect some customer data and where we initiate a subscription payment, and then we show this success page. So first of all, I will start with creation of APIFLOW project. I need to create a new project, and here I need to select Stripe. And next, what I need to do, I need to set up new Stripe connection. So for Stripe connection, you need to provide some merchant display name. I will use APIFLOW. Next, you need to select merchant country. I will use like United States. And next, you need Stripe publishable key and Stripe secret key. So you can find it in your Stripe developers and API keys section. I will use test API keys. You can use test for setup and later just switch to production. So you will be able to test first and then switch your application to production. So I have my Stripe publishable key and my Stripe secret key, and optionally, if you have Apple merchant account set up, you can use also Apple merchant ID. It's optional, so I will leave it empty. Now we save this connection and we will use it with our application. So next we need to select which platforms we will use. In this case, I will leave everything enabled. We will use only mobile setup, but I don't want to change anything. So the next step is to publish integration. So I will publish my integration. Now what I need to do, I need to download open API definitions for my project and go to my FlutterFlow project. For this demo, for this tutorial, I use desktop setup of FlutterFlow because we will require an option for local run to test it with mobile client. In my case, I will use iPhone emulator, but you can use also Android device, iPhone device, and etc. to test your application. So we will upload our open API definition here. As you can see, we have all options required to work with Stripe payments and to set up and create subscriptions. And next, what we need to do, we need to copy this authorization header. We copy it and save it here. So we have our actions to work with Stripe API through APIFLOW is for one-time payment and for subscription payment. Pay attention, the subscription for mobile device will have two stages, like two actions that we will use. It will be setup subscription and then actually save subscription. Setup will create specific setup intent for Stripe, and then we will use data from that setup intent to attach a credit card to it as a payment method, and then to save subscription actually and to schedule like renewal and etc. In the process, we will see how it will work. So next, we will follow a guide that we have here, and as you can see, APIFLOW warns us that we need to have local run set for our FlutterFlow project. Please follow this guide that you can find at FlutterFlow FlutterFlow documentation. So I already have my local run set, so I will follow next steps that is required to allow me to work with Stripe. So what I need to do, I need to create init Stripe action in custom code section. So I go to custom code section and create a new action, and I will name it init Stripe. This init Stripe action is required to actually init our Stripe widgets and init them with this publishable key. Publishable key is public like key, it's not secret, so it's safe to publish to client. Your secret API key for Stripe will be securely saved. In APIFLOW, it's not exposed to the customer, so this setup is full secure and your Stripe account will not be affected, and it's secure way to set everything. So next we need to add Flutter Stripe package to our PubSpec dependencies. Let's do this and save our action. Our action is saved. And next what we need to do, we need to go to custom files main Dart and add init Stripe action to initial actions. We want this action to be called during our initial run, initial start of application. So we add it to main Dart code file. So next we want to set up Stripe subscription payment. So let's check this section. We need to create custom action init subscription in FlutterFlow. Let's create a new custom action and name it init subscription. Next, we need to copy and add this code. It will be pre-configured for your connection. And next, what we need to do, we need to add Flutter Stripe as PubSpec dependency for this script. And let's check what this script do. So it receives client secret parameter. It's special parameter that will allow Stripe to identify what actually payment will be associated with this request, and what we want to do, what customer we want to connect with this payment. Next, we will create a setup payment sheet. It will display special interface that will allow our customer to fill all card details and save this payment method for future. And we will then bind that payment method to created subscription. And this method returns Boolean result, so it returns success equals true if our payment method is successfully saved, and success false if something happened. So now we need to save this action, and we need to agree to generate parameters and to generate return value. So we have this generated. And we can continue with our setup. This is all code you need to set up for this integration. We can proceed with other steps. So next step is to create data type, setup intent. This is like additional step, but I recommend to use data types because they simplify for us development and allow us to work with structured data. So we will create a new data type from JSON, name it setup intent, copy this JSON, paste here, create, and we have our setup intent data type. Next, we will use this data type as return type for our setup subscription action. So we select this setup intent and save our changes. Let's go and work with our UI now. So we have everything prepared. We created connection through APIFLOW. We imported the API in our FlutterFlow project. We created a custom code actions, and now we can create the logic of our application. So we have here two panels. One is monthly subscription, another one is annual subscription. So you can have another interface. You can have more complex options to set up actually payments and etc. In my case, I decided to have two separate buttons to just explain options better in more details. So I have monthly payment, and now I will create a new action where I will call my backend API call. Here I select my group and set up subscription action. So here we will set our variables. First is email, and I have my email text field, and now I will use name, and I have my name text field. I don't use phone in this demo, so I will name it API subscription setup. And next, when it succeeds, I will call another action. We create subscription setup intent, prepared it. So now we want to call custom action in its subscription. And this action, API action, actually returns client secret for us, and we can use it in init subscription action. So we use this parameter that we received from APIFlow from Stripe in init subscription custom action. And next, we will call this custom action will show actually an user interface where we will show this like panel to fill card data and etc. So next, what we will do, we will add conditional value where we will check if our custom action, but we need to name it. We need to name it. Sorry, we need to name it. So we need to name here setup success, for example. And now we can check it with condition because we want to be sure that our user actually set payment methods that can be used. So we use this condition. And next, what we do, we add an action to call our backend, because at this point we have payment method attached to our customer in Stripe. And now we can say to our Stripe system, we want to finalize subscription, we want to save subscription and use that set payment method to finalize subscription. So what we will send in our parameters, as you can see, we have a lot of parameters here, and we need to send most of them. So first of all, it's customer. Where we can get customer, customer actually is returned from our API subscription setup method. And we will have here our field customer ID. So we send this as customer parameter. Next, it's product. So where to get product? To get product, you actually need to create a product in product catalog in Stripe and name it. You can leave it only with name, for example, and create some default price. It's up to you, or without like price, and save it. And next, you need to use this product ID for your API call setup. So we will use this product. Every subscription must have a product inside, which is associated with that subscription. So that's why we need this product ID. Next, it's amount that we will charge, and in our case, it's $15.99, and we will use currency. We need to specify 3-letter ISO code for currency, so we use United States dollars. And next, it's interval. Interval is name of period, or which is billable period, like day or week or month or year. In our case, it's months, and we will do charge every 1 month. So we put this here. In description, for example, we can put something like test subscription. Description is optional parameter. Also, what parameters you have here, it's code and trial. Code is discount code that will allow you to provide some feature to have discounts, and trial is amount in days for length of trial for this subscription. And now when we have API subscription, we can do next step, and when everything successful, when our subscription created, we will navigate to payment success. Okay, great. So we have here, we started setup of our subscription. When it's success, we call init subscription action and show our card interface, request for a card, and if this step is successful, we call save subscription method and then navigate to payment success. So I will not set this second one. I will do it as a copy of this later, but you only need to change, for example, price, as you can understand, and you need to change a period. You can set 1 year or 12 months, so it's up to you, and everything else is remain same because we use same product. So let's check now how it works. Let's check how it will work at our device. So I have my emulator already set. If you don't have one, you need to click here in Local Run, Launch iOS Simulator, or you can refresh your devices using this button if you connect like some physical phone or something other where you will debug your application. So you need to start test and wait until FlutterFlow will export your application. I will pause the video for now because sometimes it takes few minutes, sometimes it can take 10 minutes, and so you need to be patient. Usually it runs longer during first setup, so just be patient and wait until your application will be launched. So my application is ready, and now I will test it about how it works. Example, we fill personal profile data and click subscribe, and we will see credit card interface to provide payment options. In test mode, you can use this test Stripe card to check your application. You can use any expiration date in the future and any 3-number CVC code. And next we click setup, and our system finishes subscription for my user. So at this point, your customer subscription will be created in Stripe, and it will be scheduled according to options you send to APIFLOW. And in this way, you can combine different options, how you want to build your subscription, how you want to charge your customers. Just remember to stay compatible with Stripe requirements and with Stripe policies and etc. Because Stripe have very strict policies according to according to transparency of your products and of your business. So this was all that I wanted to show during this demo. We created an application that allow you to provide subscribe options. We tested with mobile emulator. In next videos, I will show how to use Stripe as payment method and as subscription method using web applications, when you develop web applications, and also inside of mobile applications, but using redirect to external browser and then redirect back to your application. That scenario can be useful if you don't want to create a custom code, and also if you develop web application, definitely, because web application do not support this card interface and etc. that mobile applications provide. So we will see how to work with web payments using Stripe with FlutterFlow in the next videos. Please subscribe for the channel. Please comment your opinion and let me know if you have any specific requests. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.